What is up, everyone? So I made a second backup channel and I also have an official Discord server for this channel. I'll put both links in the description below. The Discord has about 500 members, I think, or pretty close to that. I'm also trying to get to 1,000 followers on all of my social media platforms, most importantly Twitch and Twitter. So again, go ahead and follow those as well. All future giveaways will be done on Twitch. So today is a momentous occasion. We're gonna take a look at the first ever hate mail that this channel ever received. It was sent by a fan of a YouTuber named Flight Reacts. So if you're a newcomer to this channel, I made a 3-part series clowning this YouTuber who has about 4 million subscribers on his highly unintelligent basketball takes, and he actually ended up reacting to all 3 of my videos. Those were the videos that sort of put me on the YouTube map, but anyways, most people found those videos to be hilarious, but a couple of his fangirls got super triggered and left some comments on my video about how I'm a terrible human being. But there was one guy who took it a step further and somehow found my email. I hadn't published it at that point, and this is what he had to say. "You don't even have 1% of the talent I have, let alone my boy Flight. Your channel will not get past 20,000 subscribers, you dud. You are hating on a man who makes more money in one video than you've made in your entire YouTube career. Flight is a champ and you're a no-name. Go back to your mom's basement, you geek. Can you explain to me exactly what talent you possess? I thought I saw you last night standing in a dark alley sucking off another man for 30 cents. My channel actually hit 100,000 subscribers within a year. Meanwhile, your garbage 2K channel has 209 videos and 27 subscribers, alright? You're nothing more than a lowly peasant compared to me. Flight probably does make more money off one video than I do, but I probably make more money in 5 seconds off a video than you've ever made in your entire channel. You're not even eligible to monetize your content. Maybe get your bread up and buy an actual mic for your gameplay instead of using your cheeseburger mic you surf." Alright, so Buzzfeed somehow finds a way to continuously take L's at a rate that I actually thought were impossible to attain. And as I said, they get a couple of dubs here and there, but for the most part, Buzzfeed is just run by a bunch of people whose IQ would collectively add up to 10. Now, I will be honest, teachers here in the United States are treated pretty badly. They barely get paid, they get no funding, and honestly, they have to deal with so much bullshit. I have nothing but respect for most teachers. Now, some teachers are straight glizzy gobblers, like the one that we're about to see, but most of them are cool as hell, and this is coming from someone who caused nothing but trouble for teachers. I used to get very good grades, but I was also the class clown, so teachers loved me, but hated me too. They weren't paid enough to deal with my shit. But anyways, let's take a look at what Jabba the Hutt has to say about this whole ordeal that she went through with her 13-year-old students.
I really care that we accomplish whatever we're set out to do, but I'm also the first teacher to volunteer to get a pie to the face or an egg cracked on my head, like whatever it is to reward students. One of the highlights of my job is the fact that I probably laugh, cry, like at least once a day, because teenagers are funny, and if you let them be funny, they're really fun. My name is Amy Estes. I'm an 8th grade English teacher. I've been teaching for about 12 years now.
Okay, so she's clearly trying to be the quote-unquote cool teacher, and there's nothing wrong with that, but she doesn't seem to understand that 12 to 13-year-olds will take advantage of this, especially considering that the other teachers that they have are probably hard-ass douche nozzles. So the moment they come to 5th period with a teacher who's overly nice, they're going to go crazy. If you're going to allow a child to throw pie at your face, do you think they'll have any sort of respect for you? They are just going to see you more as a friend than an authoritative figure. And this lady probably studied education in college. Maybe this video should be titled "How College Failed to Educate Me on How to Behave Like an Adult and Be a Competent Teacher."
Joy of knowing that I've impacted a student or had a good day in the classroom is really indescribable, because while education does not necessarily pay well, what it does pay is knowing that you've had a chance to impact future generations. My goal is always to really understand where a student's coming from as a person, not just a test score or a grade. My story begins at the start of the 2017-2018 school year. I had several students approach me privately out of concern to let me know that a former student of mine who was following me on Instagram because they wanted to keep in touch with me had taken a photo of me and my partner and posted it to her Instagram and let my current students know that I was gay. Prior to that, I had never discussed my sexuality in the classroom intentionally because I know that I teach in a very conservative climate, and it wasn't something that I felt I needed to share right off the bat with students.
All right, I don't want to hear anymore. What kind of an incompetent ass teacher is out here allowing their 13-year-old students to follow them on Instagram? This whole situation would have been avoided had she acted like a grown-up and kept her social media private. I hope she realizes that she can keep in touch with a student through email. Now, before the haters jump on my nuts, I'll be the first one to say that what the student did wasn't exactly right. Taking someone's personal information and redistributing it without permission is definitely wrong, but is this teacher seriously expecting a 13-year-old who grew up in a conservative area to have the mental maturity to be open about gay marriage? Absolutely not.
As the year progressed, students continued to approach me to let me know that this was really a hot topic on the internet, it was a hot topic on campus, and people were continuing to discuss it. I went to my administration multiple times and let them know that I was concerned about this and I felt like things were getting out of hand. And the initial response was that this was drama, was the word that was used, and that it would die down. And to be fair, I hoped so too. Unfortunately, that's not what occurred.
I love how Buzzfeed is trying their best to spin this BS as a sob story, but you already know we don't fall for this crap. Maybe instead of being a total snowflake and snitching on her students to the administration, why couldn't she have had a meeting with the student one-on-one? This beanbag chair is a case study of what not to do as a teacher. Honestly, just give me a teaching license already and I would absolutely father most teachers out there. Let me set up shop and give them a masterclass on how to do their job.
During that school year, I was also pursuing my Master of Arts degree. I had to maintain an online YouTube channel where I responded and reflected on things that I'd read or activities I'd completed. One night, I noticed that a flood of students started to follow me on that account, and then I received a comment that said, "Don't be stupid, be a smarty, you can join the Nazi party."
Who in the hell is responsible for editing videos at Buzzfeed? This is what I mean when I said that this company just hires the biggest asshat dunces. The video has 32 likes and 10 dislikes, yet the gray dislike bar takes up 80% of the space, whereas the blue bar is so small. I don't know if they're just trying to throw in some subliminal messaging or if their editor is just stupid. And why is the teacher playing victim when she could have easily just unlisted her videos or privated her channel? Does she not realize that the internet is a toxic wasteland? Literally everyone that has access to the internet has probably gotten trolled or made fun of at least once. Alright, imagine if this lady hopped on a search and destroy game on Call of Duty. Now, I'm not going to show the rest of the comment because I'll probably get demonetized, but it was a derogatory slur towards a certain sexual orientation, and I'm not saying cyberbullying is right. Alright, it would be cool if people would be nice on the internet, but we all know that's not happening. Again, YouTube has a whole ass system to protect you from cyberbullying. You could just turn comments off, unlist your videos, and private your channel, and it's not like they leaked her address or sent something threatening. It's not that deep, it's not that serious. It's quite clearly a troll, and she's pretty much just feeding into what they want. They want to get a reaction out of her, and they're getting it. And let me tell you, I am the biggest troll out there, so I know exactly how this stuff works.
I started to experience some severe depression and even more severe anxiety about being in class because I felt like I didn't know what was being said about me or what was being done, and I also felt like I wasn't being supported or kept safe the way that I believe I deserved to.
I swear people just throw around the words depression and anxiety whenever they feel upset, so I legitimately can't tell if someone actually is going through depression or not. And yeah, it sucks that she felt isolated at her school, but come on, let's not act like this is a situation that shouldn't have gotten as big as it did. The teacher clearly made several missteps. I mean, she was the one who added that student on Instagram in the first place. She's the one who didn't private her videos. She's the one who is acting like a baby and can't grow a pair and have a talk with her students about why homophobia is wrong. She knew the kind of environment she was teaching in, and yet she still thought it was a good idea to show her lifestyle to a bunch of little shits and not expect any sort of immature reaction from them.
After winter break, I asked my students to create their own utopia. And during a presentation, one of my students made some disparaging comments about gay marriage, which elicited elicited quite a response from my students. A lot of excitement and looking at me and definitely awaiting a reaction.
Do I have to keep explaining this? She's teaching at a school she herself said was conservative. These kids are coming from households where they're taught certain things are right and certain things are wrong, and unfortunately in a lot of conservative households, her sexual orientation isn't exactly welcomed. These are 13-year-old kids. They don't have the brain capacity or maturity to think for themselves. They'll pretty much just listen to what their parents say. So it's no surprise that they found this whole situation funny. It's, again, the teacher's responsibility to instill some sort of moral or ethical code in their classroom, but clearly she doesn't understand how to manage that, and well, she's just ending up blaming a bunch of prepubescent kids.
And I brought that again to the attention of my administration, and my administrators felt like the best course of action there was simply a teachable moment. I contacted my union at that point. From there, it escalated to me getting a regional rep involved from my union, who eventually hired me a lawyer.
Well, no shit, they're not wrong. It is a teachable moment. If I was a teacher getting harassed by a student, I would give them a big fat F- in the class, but honestly, I'd call them after class and tell them in a very stern manner that they're gonna have to shape up or they're getting booted from my class, or I would try my best to find a teaching job elsewhere, maybe in a more progressive environment, which is what she seems to want to have. Teachers do have the power to pretty much change a kid's thought process. How many stories have you heard of a teacher inspiring their students to be better and not giving up on them? It's like enlisting in the military and crying about getting sent to the battlefield. If you wanted to be a teacher so badly, why didn't you end up teaching high school students or be a teacher for 3-year-olds? Instead of asking for handouts from the school administration, just do your damn job. Alright, so as you all know, my last video got hit with demonetization for no reason. I really was just upset about the whole situation because I was told that it contained extreme profanity, and I was super confused because the worst swear word I used was the B word. I don't know how that's considered to be extreme profanity. I was also told that the video was attacking marginalized individuals. Again, I have no idea what marginalized group I was attacking, especially considering that I was supporting women's rights and equality at the beginning of the video. So I guess I've come to a point with this channel where I just have to move a bit differently and limit the hard-hitting comedy. Now, I know that's not something you guys want to hear, but I think even if I do reduce it, the content should still be gas. So yeah, I mean, most of my videos are fully monetized, as I've said before. People are out here just trying to derail my success by just mass reporting my videos, and I'm really hoping my channel doesn't get the leafy treatment. You know, I worked way too hard for this channel to get to 100K, so as I said, I'm definitely going to be putting some filter on myself as the channel continues to grow, and hopefully it doesn't end up with YouTube telling me GG's. So anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, let me know in the comments below. Hit the like button, subscribe, help me get to 120,000 subscribers. That's the main goal now. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
They didn't think it would come at all. I go to sleep with my gun strapped. They really feel like somebody is after me, don't know which way they gon' come. The trap was my favorite, they actually rated. I'm knowing which way I'ma run. My youngin' I race in the sun. He is not in no band, but he play with his drum. Me and Kyrie came right back to New York with a 10 when vacation was done. My daughter, my life, I'ma keep it 100. I'm never gonna play with your son.